Good morning, children. The last class we have learned about three Carnatic wars fought mainly between the French and the British, isn't it? After the third Carnatic war, the British became more powerful in India. After the third Carnatic war, the British became more powerful in India. Okay. Today we are going to learn about some other more wars. Okay, that is Battle of Plassey, Battle of Buxar, Anglo-Mysore War. That is 4 Anglo-Mysore War. First Anglo-Mysore War in the year 1767, second Anglo-Mysore War 1780, third Anglo-Mysore War 1790, fourth Anglo-Mysore War 1799. So, about how many 6 wars today we are going to learn about 6 wars. What are they? Battle of Plassey, Battle of Buxar, first Anglo-Mysore War, second Anglo-Mysore War, third Anglo-Mysore War, fourth Anglo-Mysore War. Okay. So here first the Battle of Plassey. Here they are told that French and British. This was mostly involved with the Indian kings and the British. Okay. So now Battle of Plassey in the year 1759. Plassey is the name of a village, okay, that is in Bengal. Near Bengal, one village, that already one name of the flower also Plassey, isn't it? So near the Bengal one village, there was a lot of Plassey flowers. So they gave the name of that village also Plassey. So in our lesson, Plassey, Battle of Plassey means Plassey, name of a village near Bengal. Okay, so the British tried to capture Bengal. Are you following? Already I told you after the third Carnatic war, British became more powerful in India, isn't it? So now they want to capture one by one many parts of India, isn't it? Their trade interest was diverted towards territories, isn't it? So now the British tried, they didn't capture, they tried to capture Bengal, okay, that near Plassey, that Bengal state, the British tried to capture Bengal. Before that, what happened? Siraj-ud-Dawla was the ruler of Bengal. When he heard the news, British tried to capture Bengal. At once, what? Siraj-ud-Dawla, because he was a new king. After the death of his father, he became the ruler, okay, of Bengal. So he was a new king that British thought easily they can defeat Siraj-ud-Dawla. That's only they tried to capture Bengal. But at once Siraj-ud-Dawla thought he wanted to teach a lesson to the British. So Siraj-ud-Dawla, what he did means he attacked the British political settlement at Calcutta. Already we studied about Calcutta was the chief headquarters of the British, isn't it? Now when British tried to capture Bengal, the ruler of Bengal, Siraj-ud-Dawla, he tried to capture Calcutta. So he went with an army to Calcutta. There only one Fort St. William, isn't it? Already we have studied, isn't it? So he went to Calcutta and captured 146 British soldiers as prisoners. Are you understanding? Siraj-ud-Dawla captured that British soldiers, 146 British soldiers as prisoners and held in a small dungeon room. What is the meaning of dungeon? Dungeon meanings dark underground cell. Dark underground. This is also small dungeon. That means small dark underground room. Okay. At Fort William. In the Fort William, that one small dark underground room, there he killed 146 British soldiers for a night. One night he held them in the Fort William, one dungeon room. Dungeon means a small dark underground room. Okay. But next day when the door was opened, that 126 of the prisoners found death. 126 prisoners found as death. Only within one night, all of this died, isn't it? Already 146 among only 23 only online. 126 of the British soldiers found death because of suffocation. What is the meaning of suffocation? Could not breathe properly. Suffocation meanings could not breathe properly. You know that because that is a small dark room, isn't it? That also underground, no air. Okay. So they could not breathe properly. That's only that 123 soldiers. Okay, they died. British soldiers. Who held them in a room? That is Siraj ud Dowlah. Who was Siraj ud Dowlah? He was the ruler of Bengal. Okay, this incident was called as the Black Hole Tragedy. This incidents were called as the Black Hole Tragedy in history. Okay, in the history we called this incident Black Hole Tragedy. Okay, this was happened in the year 1756 AD. Okay, are you thinking British sit quiet when Siraj ud Dowlah killed this much soldiers, isn't it? Is they sit quiet? No. What they did means that Robert Clive, already we had, isn't it? The third Carnatic War, the courts was changed by Robert Clive. He was a clerk in British East India Company, isn't it? What he did means under his leadership and army, Robert Clive met Siraj ud Dowlah in the place Plassey. Now Robert Clive met Siraj ud Dowlah with an army in the place Plassey. Plassey is near village near Bengal. Okay, so in this battle, Siraj ud Dowlah was defeated and killed by the British. In this battle, Siraj ud Dowlah was defeated and killed by the British. The British gained a huge amount of wealth from the treasury of Bengal. From the treasury of Bengal, the British gained a large or huge amount of wealth. That it was they used to strengthen their military force in India. They got a large amount of huge amount of wealth from the treasury of Bengal. They used this treasury to strengthen the British military forces in India. Okay, it marked the beginning of the British rule in India. Which marked the British rule in India? The Battle of Plassey. The Battle of Plassey marks the British rule, beginning of British rule in India. Okay, after here the British, now Siraj ud Dowlah was killed by the British. What they did to the British? They appointed Mir Jafar. They appointed Mir Jafar. This Mir Jafar was the commander-in-chief of Siraj ud Dowlah as the Nawab of Bengal. Nawab means king, as the king of Bengal. Now who was the king of Bengal? Mir Jafar. What was his name? Mir Jafar. That means Mir Jafar. Who was Mir Jafar? He was the commander-in-chief of Siraj ud Dowlah. Are you following? Now Siraj ud Dowlah was killed by the British and British appointed his commander-in-chief Mir Jafar as the Nizam of Bengal, or the ruler of Bengal, or the king of Bengal. Yes, this much only about the Battle of Plassey. This is very, very important battle, isn't it? After this battle, British became that more powerful in India. They started to rule our country also. Okay. Yes. Second, Battle of Buxar. Battle of Buxar, the year 1764. Okay. That Buxar, it is a town, small town in Bihar state. Buxar is a small town in that Bihar state near the bank of river Ganges. Near the bank of river Ganges, one small town that is called Buxar. Okay, that battle took place near the place Buxar. So that battle was called Battle of Buxar. Okay, after few years that Bengal, they appointed Mir Jafar as the ruler of Bengal. British only appointed Mir Jafar as the ruler of Bengal, isn't it? But after few years, that Mir Jafar, the British removed Mir Jafar and they appointed Mir Qasim as the Nawab of Bengal. Mir Qasim. First Mir Jafar, now Mir Qasim was appointed as the ruler of Bengal by the British, isn't it? Now this Mir Qasim, he revolted against the British because of the free duty passes, that British are misusing the free duty passes. They are using the free duty passes. So this was not liked by the Mir Qasim. Mir Qasim also appointed by the British only, isn't it? He want to obey to the British, but he revolted against the British. At once what they did means they removed Mir Qasim and they again placed Mir Jafar as the Nawab of Bengal. First Mir Jafar, now British removed Mir Jafar and they appointed Mir Qasim. Now Mir Qasim revolted against the British, so British removed Mir Qasim, they defeated Mir Qasim, okay, and they appointed Mir Jafar again in the same place, okay, Nawab of Bengal. Okay, now Mir Qasim, what he did, he went to Oudh. That Mir Qasim, he went to Oudh because he was defeated by the British. Now they appointed Mir Jafar as the ruler of Bengal. So Mir Qasim went to Oudh. Then here he met Sujah-ud-Dawla. Sujah-ud-Dawla was the ruler of Oudh. Sujah, don't think here Siraj-ud-Dawla. Siraj-ud-Dawla, here Sujah-ud-Dawla. This is Sujah-ud-Dawla was the ruler of Oudh. So Mir Qasim went to Oudh and he asked Sujah-ud-Dawla his help. Okay. Next, then Shah Alam II. He was the Mughal emperor. Shah Alam II, Mughal emperor. Now that Mir Qasim, Sujah-ud-Dawla, the ruler of Oudh, and Shah Alam II, okay, the Mughal emperor. Okay. That three of them. Okay. Joined together, they revolted against the British. Okay, they invaded that Bengal. They invaded Bengal because Bengal Mir Jafar only now the ruler, isn't it? The battle between the combined forces of army, Indian rulers and the British took place at the place of Buxar. Okay, in this battle, Mir Qasim and others were defeated. Mir Qasim and others were defeated by the British. The Treaty of Allahabad was signed between the Indian kings and British. Those who are the Indian kings, that is Sujah-ud-Dawla and Shah Alam. That Battle of Buxar, the war came to an end with the Treaty of Allahabad. Okay, Treaty of Allahabad between whom? That Indian kings and the British. Okay, so that after the Battle of Buxar, Robert Clive became the governor of Bengal. Now Robert became the then Sham, the ruler or the king was Mir Jafar, Bengal. Okay, but that Robert Clive, he became the governor of Bengal. Okay, that much only. Battle of Buxar. Now Anglo-Mysore War. And very shortly I am explaining. Okay, Anglo-Mysore War. Only recent result. Okay, who got success, that much only. Okay, Anglo means British. Mysore means Mysore, the place, isn't it? The ruler of Mysore. So the British and the ruler of Mysore, they only fought this for Anglo-Mysore War. Anglo means British. Okay, so now that mostly Hyder Ali and his son Tipu Sultan. Hyder Ali and his son Tipu Sultan played an important role against the expansion of British Empire in India. The British extended their empire in India, so that Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan, both of them, that Hyder Ali father, Tipu Sultan's son, isn't it? Both of them only played an important role against the British expansion of empire in India. Okay. There were 4 Anglo-Mysore wars. Okay, before that, who was Hyder Ali? We want to know, isn't it? That Hyder Ali started his career as an ordinary soldier. Hyder Ali was an ordinary soldier. Later, he became the commander-in-chief of the army. First, he was an ordinary soldier. Later, he became a commander-in-chief of the army. During this time, when he was the commander-in-chief of the army, there was a civil war broke out in Mysore. Civil war broke out in Mysore. So the Nizam of Mysore, or the ruler of Mysore, what he did means, he asked the help of Hyder Ali. Okay, because Hyder Ali was the commander-in-chief, isn't it? Now this time, Hyder Ali was at Thindikkal. Hyder Ali was in Thindikkal. So this Mysore ruler, the Nizam of Mysore, he asked the help of the Hyder Ali. So at once from Thindikkal, Hyder Ali came to Mysore. He wanted help to the king, isn't it? Nizam or king. What he did means, when he reached Mysore, he overthrew the Nizam and he became the ruler of Mysore. Are you following? He overthrew the ruler of Nizam and he became the ruler of Mysore. That much only about Hyder Ali, isn't it? So, first Anglo-Mysore war. So, first Anglo-Mysore war, it took place in the year 1767. What is the reason of the first Anglo-Mysore war? The causes for the first Anglo-Mysore was the Hyder Ali's growing power. Hyder Ali is growing power and he made friendly relation with the French. Hyder Ali made French relation with the French. Okay, this became a concern. Concern means worry to the British. Why British became worried about Hyder Ali? He is growing power and he made friendship with the French. French and British were always enemies, isn't it? Now Hyder Ali became the friend of French. So British did not like this. Okay, what they did means, the Marathas, the Nizam of Mysore, he overthrew the ruler Nizam, isn't it? The Nizam of Mysore and the English, British, three of them that formed a triple alliance. Triple means three. Those who are formed a triple alliance against Hyder Ali, against Hyder Ali. Those who are the Marathas, the Nizam and the British. The three of them, the Marathas, Nizam and the British, three of them formed a alliance, triple alliance, they against Hyder Ali. This war, Hyder Ali defeated the English and the Marathas. Hyder Ali only got success. First Anglo-Maratha war, Hyder Ali got success. After that, what did he attacked Madras. Madras also under the control of British. Okay, now Hyder Ali captured Madras and made the British to made an alliance, treaty of Madras. Okay, according to the treaty, what they did means, if both parties attacked by any other kings or any other rulers, both of them want to help each other. According to the treaty, what they signed? Treaty of Madras. First, Hyder Ali defeated the Triple Alliance party. Next, he captured Madras and made British confirm the Treaty of Madras. According to the Treaty of Madras, okay, what they did means, both of them, okay, want to help each other. If any of other rulers attacked anyone, if that Hyder Ali was attacked by anyone, British want to help to Hyder Ali. If that British territory was captured or attacked by any others, that Hyder Ali want to help to British. According to that only their agreement, the Treaty of Madras. Okay, so according to this Treaty of Madras, first Anglo-Mysore war came to an end. Next, second Anglo-Mysore war. Second Anglo-Mysore war. This time, when Hyder Ali's territory was attacked by the Marathas, Hyder Ali's territory was attacked by the Marathas. This time, who want to help to Hyder Ali? The British want to help to Hyder Ali. But what they did, the Marathas and the British were the friends, isn't it? So instead of to help Hyder Ali, that British, the General Sir Eyre Coote, the British General Sir Eyre Coote, he also attacked Mysore. Now both sides, the Marathas also attacked Hyder Ali. At the same time, the British General Sir Eyre Coote, he also attacked Mysore and captured Mysore, isn't it? So in this war that Hyder Ali was defeated by the British. Hyder Ali was defeated by the British, but Hyder Ali died during the course of time because of cancer. Hyder Ali was defeated by the British, but he was died because of cancer. Okay. After the death of Hyder Ali, the war was continued by his son Tipu Sultan. After the death of Hyder Ali, his son Tipu Sultan continued the war. Okay, against the British. But Mysore, the second Anglo-Mysore war, the Mysore came under the control of the British only, isn't it? So this war came to an end with the Treaty of Mangalore. Both of them agreed to return the conquered territories. What are the territories conquered by the British? They hand over to Tipu Sultan. What are the places captured by Hyder Ali or Tipu Sultan? They hand over to the British according to the Treaty of Mangalore. Treaty of Mangalore, Second Anglo-Mysore War. Okay. Then Third Anglo-Mysore War, the year 1792, 1792. Okay. Here this time what it means, Tipu attacked Travancore. Now Tipu Sultan, okay, he attacked Travancore, but the ruler of Travancore was the friend of British. Tipu Sultan attacked Travancore, but the ruler of Travancore was the friend of British. Therefore, British Governor General Cornwallis, who was the Governor General of that time? Cornwallis. Who was Cornwallis? He was the British Governor General. Okay. He fought against Tipu Sultan and advanced towards Srirangapattinam. He defeated, okay, attacked that Tipu Sultan and he came towards to advanced means came towards to Srirangapattinam. So Tipu surrendered. Tipu Sultan surrendered, no other way, isn't it? He surrendered and the war came to an end with the Treaty of Srirangapattinam. British defeated, isn't it, that Tipu Sultan and they advanced towards Srirangapattinam. Now Tipu Sultan was surrendered and that they made a treaty of Srirangapattinam. According to the Treaty of Srirangapattinam, that Tipu Sultan handed over the half of his kingdom to the British and two of his sons to the British as a slave, isn't it? He handed over half of his kingdom and two of his sons. Okay, so this is the Third Anglo-Mysore War. Okay, then Fourth Anglo-Mysore War. Okay, the Sultan Tipu Sultan did not forget the Treaty of Srirangapattinam, isn't it? Why? He handed over last his half of his kingdom. Next, he handed over two of his sons to the British, isn't it? He did not forget. Okay, what he did means he made an alliance with the foreign rulers. He asked the help of the Arabia, Turkey, then Afghanistan. He asked the help of Arabia, Turkey, Afghanistan. He asked the help of the foreign rulers, isn't it? But before that, what happened means, Wellesley, okay, the British Governor General, Wellesley, British, he asked the help of the foreign rulers, okay. But before that, the Governor General, British Governor General, that Wellesley, he declared war against Tipu Sultan, okay. So he has planned, well planned. Wellesley, what he did means, there they divided his armies, and then Bombay Army and Madras Army. So under the leadership of the British General Stuart lead the Bombay Army. It attacked in the west side. Our Arthur Wellesley, he was the brother of Wellesley. Wellesley's brother, Arthur Wellesley, he lead the Madras Army. So the Madras Army and the Bombay Army, both of them were attacked Tipu Sultan the same way. Okay, so they captured Srirangapattinam. Tipu fought bravely, but he was killed finally. Tipu Sultan fought bravely, but he was killed by the British. Okay, this is only about the fourth Anglo-Mysore War. Now what happened means Tipu's family, already two sons were under the control of the British, isn't it? Now Tipu's family was sent to the fort of Vellore. Tipu's family was sent to the fort of Vellore. Here what they determined, Krishna Raya Udayar. Krishna Raya Udayar was the former Hindu royal family was brought to the throne. That means before this time one Hindu king, isn't it? He was very famous. He ruled that family, Hindu family, that his name was Krishna Raya Udayar. Udayar communities. Krishna Raja Udayar. Krishna Raja Udayar. He was the former Hindu royal family. He was ascended or brought to the throne. Came this much throne to Mysore. Okay, this much only about the fourth Anglo-Mysore War. Okay, next class we can continue the next same lesson, isn't it? History lesson 2 from trade to territory. Already we have studied 3 Carnatic wars. Now today 6 wars. Battle of Plassey, Battle of Buxar, then 4 Anglo-Mysore War. Isn't it okay? Thank you.